Welcome back to my channel. This video we're just going to be looking at some different techniques, different textures and adding atmosphere to a watercolour scene. If you're new to my channel then welcome, and if you're familiar with my channel then welcome back. Today I'm using this Fabriano 140 pound cold press paper, as well as you'll see I'm going to be using my butcher's tray, which I managed to get hold of, which is quite nice to use with the Hake brush, or Hake, which I like to call it. You can see I'm using plenty of tissue for this lifting out in the sky. So I want quite a loose impressionistic painting. I'm using the larger Hake brush now for the grass and the land. So I'm using the butcher tray just to get different colours, variation of colours on the paper. So it's not just a flat green into the paper. And I wanted to really pay attention to different sort of texture that you can do with watercolour. So I will be using some salt, and I'm also going to be using some sort of extra water on my Hake. After I've covered the grass, you'll see I'll use the Hake with just some water just to get some running and some interesting things going on the paper. So I will be using quite a lot of tissue for blotting out here and there, which more than what I usually do, and just adding bits of I'll use some salt on the left hand side. So if you've not used salt before, it's quite nice to get this sort of just an interesting pattern. I don't have any rock salt, sort of sea salt, so I will be using just the you can see just a little bit of table salt, which is absolutely fine. And maybe for this it's probably best off laying the paper flat, but you can see I've still got my board at an angle, so my board is about 40 degrees at an angle, and I've just sprinkled the salt on. You can see just a little bit of texture appearing as the salt draws out the moisture on the paper. It leaves a nice effect. So this scene I'm going to be popping in some mountains, hills, whatever they may be. And I want to vary the colours in the hills. I don't want them just a flat colour. So you can see I'm adding various different tones, various different colours. I'll be using the tissue just to blot out. And I'll show you also, I want to do some sort of fog or mist on the hills. So the hill sort of disappears and then sort of appears again. So I'll be using some tissue paper to blot out that. So you see I'm going quite free, quite loose. I'm not sort of going in for much detail, but I am carefully painting this one. I know I missed last week painting, so I wanted to sort of take my time and do something a bit different and do some different techniques. So I wanted to show you that. So for the hill and the mist or fog, whatever it may be, it could be like a morning mist, I add the pigment and then just follow it with some plain water just below where the pigment is, and just mix it round, and then when I get the right effect I just add some tissue just to blot out some of that. So it gives a nice sort of misty sort of atmosphere in the scene. And you can do this wherever you want. Usually I just use blot to blot out sky, make some clouds, some interesting marks in the sky. I've already used some tissue in the sky, but I'm going to be using it throughout just to add the tones, just soften some tones, knock back, take some pigment out and lighten some of the colour. and I'm just going round. I'm going to have a building just there, so I'm going round, cutting round with a background hill. And you may notice for this hill I've gone for the blue, so it's similar to the sky. It's in the distance. I want that to stand back, and my stronger colours I'm going to be using in the foreground. So I'm going to add some more colours to the grass once I finish just adding some different colours, and then I blend them and lift and do all these different techniques just to add interest to the hill or the mountain on the right hand side. So it's just really about just having fun and just taking your time, trying out different sort of techniques. You can also add just plain water, splash that, and it gives a nice sort of mottled effect. The brushes I'm using, I do like to use these squirrel mops. I do have 3 different sizes, so I do like to use those because they hold a lot of water. They've got a nice point on them, so you can get nice detail and you can cover a lot of paper at the same time. This brush is just a small round. I think this is my Da Vinci. It's my Da Vinci round, sort of number 3 or 4, something like that. So it's quite small, but it's nice to get some of the details. Oh, I think it's my Isobay actually. I do apologise. I think it's the Isobay. So it's a really nice brush for the smaller details. And again, I don't want to get caught up in too much details. It's nice just to put some colour in and then just add some different colour and just let that mix and sort of blend together and give you all these different sort of textures, all these different effects, rather than painting in like a building, painting each brick. You don't have to do that. You can just pop in different colours and just let them mingle together and give you the nice effects. I don't know whether you can hear the birds in the background. I'm stood in my conservatory doing the audio for this video. It's a really nice day. I've just been out just doing a little bit of gardening. I had to get the lawnmower out yesterday, just quickly run over the grass. It's not been cut for a while, so it was the first cut. And I've just been out just chopping some brambles, some prickles and things. So hopefully we do get some nice weather now, and I can get out and about and take my camera. We did spend a couple of hours in Todmorden yesterday, which was quite nice. The sun was out, people were out playing, people were out on scooters, bikes, kids are on the park. So it was really nice to be able to get out and just enjoy the outdoors. So I did take quite a few pictures, so hopefully I'll have something nice to paint from that visit. And if not, we do plan on going to some of the National Trust places while the weather's quite nice. So I'm looking forward to be able to get some more references and sort of do slightly different paintings. Let me know what you think. Let me know what sort of things you'd like to see painted. If you're still watching this, then please do give me a thumbs up. Please like the video. I do appreciate all those likes, and feel free to leave a comment if you want to say hi or just leave a comment on the video. Let me know what you think. I do appreciate all the comments and likes. Just adding bits of details, roughing the foreground grass up. I don't want it to look too perfect or too flat. So just by running, it was the Hake brush, just dipping it in water and just running it over the paint as it was almost dry. Gives that nice bit of separation with little sort of almost like little pockets of grass, little different dividing parts. So it breaks up the space and gives nice interest in the foreground. So I'm just going in, adding some pen. Just wanted to pick out some details on the house. So I'm just strengthening that. I always find it looks really nice with watercolour, just having some pen towards the end of the painting, just to tie a few things up to give more focus to certain parts of the painting. I especially like to use them on buildings just to get those strong sharp lines and give it nice contrast. Another thing that's quite nice to do in these landscape paintings is if you're doing buildings, it's nice to get some trees at the back of the building just to make the building stand forward, make it stand out, give it a bit of more of a focal point. And I just thought this painting needed something to lead your eye to the building, and so I just added a bit of a hedge, just using dry brush, some darker pigment, and just make this sort of hedge go into the building. And of course it wouldn't be complete without adding a few birds, so I'm using a pen for that. Just taking a closer look, you can see where the nice effects in the grass I've got from using the clean water. And then on the mountainside, blotting out with tissue, where you get this sort of mist. Gives a nice atmosphere to the painting. And obviously I use that in the sky as well. So there's the birds happily flying in the sky. You can also see the little bit of texture in the left hand side where the salt was used. So now it's just time to remove the masking tape. I wanted a nice clean border for this painting. It's quite easily to turn the paper, so I'm doing this quite carefully. Just add some tape so it doesn't fall off, and there we can see the finished painting. I actually think I just wanted to add a couple of bits. I thought this painting would benefit from some fence posts among the hedge leading to the house. So hopefully this adds to the scene and it helps guide your eye through the scene. Let me know what you think. Again, I do appreciate all the comments. Please do give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, then please do consider subscribing. I do post every single week. Hit and miss sometimes, but I try to get back on it the following week if I do miss. But there we have it. A nice landscape scene with atmosphere and a bit of texture. Using salt, using tissue paper to lift, and there we have it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.